Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in. I'm Emily, the home bookkeeper, and on this channel I help business owners and fellow freelance bookkeepers navigate the ever-changing QuickBooks Online, while also sharing insightful videos on all things business ownership and finance. As always, this is a sample company provided by QuickBooks for educational purposes only. When you receive cash and check payments from customers, you first place them into the undeposited funds account instead of directly depositing them into your actual bank account. When all checks and cash payments are entered and you're ready to deposit them, you can take them out of the undeposited funds account and make a single deposit into your bank account. You can then review your deposit to see if the amount recorded matches the total funds deposited. In today's video, I'll show you the step-by-step process of using the undeposited funds account in QuickBooks Online. I'll also show you how to add and remove a payment from a deposit and how to delete an entire deposit. To record a payment received from your customer and to place it into the undeposited funds account, use the receive payment form when your customer pays you for an invoice and the sales receipt form when you receive immediate payments. When you receive a paper check or cash for payment of an invoice, click on the white plus new button at the upper left portion of your QuickBooks Online dashboard, and then select Receive Payment. Next, fill in the required information in the review payment form. First, select the customer who made the payment. Then enter the date the payment was received. Specify the payment method the customer used to make the payment, such as a cash, check, or credit card. It is optional to enter a unique identifier or reference number to track the reference of the payment. It might be the check number or the transaction ID associated with the payment. Next, the Deposit To field. This field allows you to specify the account where the payment will be deposited. If the payment will be grouped with other payments and deposited in a single transaction, then select Undeposited Funds here. Outstanding Transactions. This section displays any outstanding invoices associated with the customer, allowing you to apply the received payment to specific invoices. Mark the checkbox before the invoice that is being paid with the transaction and the amount. This reflects the total amount of the invoice payment. Once done, click Save and Close, and your received payment will be automatically reflected in the undeposited funds account. When you immediately receive cash or a check for a sales transaction without having created an invoice, then you must use the sales receipt form to record the check and revenue. Select the white plus new button and then click Sales Receipt. From the sales receipt form, you'll need to provide the requested details. First, select the customer for whom the sale is being recorded. You can add a new customer if needed. The customer's email. This field populates automatically based on the email address you entered when setting up the customer profile. Billing address. As with the email address, this field will also automatically populate based on your customer profile setup. The sales receipt date. Make sure you enter the date the sales receipt was made. And the amount. This section displays the total amount of the sales receipt, summarizing the combined total of all line items, taxes, and additional charges. Now here's a few optional sections of a sales receipt. The tracking number. You can add a unique tracking number that can be used to monitor the progress of a shipment. A PO number. You can enter the purchase order number for the transaction if there is one. And a sales rep. You can associate a sales representative with the transaction by selecting their name in this field. Now, their payment method. Specify the payment method that was made, such as the customer's check, if they paid with cash, or a credit card. Reference numbers are also optional. This is often used for additional tracking information associated with the sales receipt, such as a customer's order number or a project code. And deposit to. Similar to the receive payment screen, this field allows you to specify the account where the payment will be deposited. If the payment will be grouped with other payments and deposited in a single transaction, then select Undeposited Funds. When you scroll down the sales receipt form, you'll see additional sections, including information about the product purchased by the customer or the services rendered. Here, you can select the product or service from your list or create a new one if needed. For this, I do have a detailed guide on how to set up the products and services list in QuickBooks Online. Additionally, you can add a description of the product or service, enter the quantity and rate, and add taxes. Once you've provided all of the required details, click the green Save or Save and Send button on the lower part of the screen. Your payment will be recorded automatically in the Undeposited Funds account. Using your bank deposit slip as a reference, combine the check and cash payments with a bank deposit. Select the white plus New button and then select Bank Deposit. From the bank deposit form, you'll see the following fields and sections. First is the account. Specify the bank account in which you are depositing the funds. Next, balance. This section displays the current balance of the selected bank account. Then go on to specify the date on which the deposit was being made. Make sure you enter the total amount of the deposit, and then select the payments included in this deposit. Here you can choose the specific customer payments that are included in the deposit by simply clicking the box before the payment item. Now, if you have checks to deposit that didn't come through the normal invoicing and sales receipt process, you can add those checks in the Add Funds to Deposit section. For instance, if you receive a $500 paper check from a partner as a capital contribution, you'll use this section to record the details of that check, including the account, partner contribution, as an equity account, and any other relevant information. Verify that the total on your bank deposit screen matches the total deposit on your physical bank deposit slip. Once done, click Save and Close or Save and New to complete the deposit. Make sure to review your deposits to verify that the amounts recorded accurately reflect the total funds you deposited into your bank account. This will help catch errors and discrepancies and ensure a more efficient bank reconciliation. To do this, click Reports in the left menu bar and then select Deposit Detail under the Sales and Customers section. The report shows a list of all your completed bank deposits. You can select individual deposits to open more details. If you added a payment to a deposit by mistake, you can remove that payment easily by clicking on the deposit or amount field in the deposit entry line in the deposit detail report. It will take you to the bank deposit screen where you can uncheck the checkbox for the payment you wish to remove, and then click Save and Close. The payment will automatically go back to the Undeposited Funds account. You can add payments to your deposit slip in a similar fashion. Any undeposited payments sitting in the Undeposited Funds account will appear in the list of payments without a check mark. Tick the checkbox to add the payment. Now, if you need to delete a bank deposit, click the deposit or amount field in the deposit detail report, and then click More at the lower part of the screen and select Delete as shown. The main purpose of the undeposited funds account is to make bank reconciliations easier. It does this by allowing you to group cash or paper checks into a single deposit, mirroring how banks process and deposit your payments. When reviewing your transactions, it's easier to spot discrepancies and missing deposits since your QuickBooks records align with the combined deposits on your bank statement. For more business resources, business supplies, gadgets, must-haves, and more, make sure to check out edjconsultinggroup.com/resources, linked in the description box below. And of course, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on those bell notifications so you'll never miss an upload. If you have any video or tutorial requests, make sure to leave them in the comments below. And if you need more assistance, private QuickBooks online coaching, or bookkeeping and payroll management, feel free to email or visit edjconsultinggroup.com. My firm is fully inclusive and ready to help you along wherever you may be in your entrepreneurship or personal wealth building journey.